Hello all, welcome back to Editorial Analysis and Answer Writing Practice at 9 p.m. Friends, if you're watching this video series for the first time, then please watch my intro video given in the playlist to know how to participate in this answer writing program. The initiative is open to all. Recently, Down to Earth was carrying an interesting editorial. So it highlighted the differential impact of climate change on women. So we will discuss this topic from our UPSC exam point of view. Climate change is going to affect every one of us. There is no boundary for climate change. It is a global issue, no doubt. It is going to affect every one of us, but the impact is differential. If you take developed countries and developing countries, climate change affects the both, but the developing countries will suffer the most. Likewise, among the genders, among the men and women, it is the women who suffer a lot because of climate change. Let's try to understand why women suffers the most. The number one reason is lack of access to key resources like land, technology, climate adaptation techniques. See, for example, you take the climate sensitive agriculture. Okay, we'll take this agriculture sector. Almost 70% of rural women in India, they work as agricultural laborers. And only 14% of landowners, agricultural landowners in India are women. So when there is climate change, productivity will be affected, agricultural output will be affected, agricultural income will be affected. The landowners, they might transfer the burden of these losses on the agricultural laborers in terms of cut down of wages. So women is going to be largely affected. Number two, as I was mentioning, the climate change is going to affect the production productivity, it is going to affect the food security. Another side, it is going to affect the nutritional value of the food grains as well. One side, food security will be affected. Another side, nutritional security will also be affected. In the patriarchal setup, if you take a household, imagine your house only, right? In how many households women are given more freedom of choices in food? The women, the mother, the housewife, or any other women elderly member, they depend on the leftover of food available in the household. Already, the women nutritional security is being compromised. They suffer from malnutrition. More than 50% of women in India are anemic. So they suffer from malnutrition already. This climate change is going to further affect the nutritional load of food grains, and that is going to further increase the severity of malnutrition among women. Number three, see, whenever there is a disaster, it is again women will be affected the most. Now, in 2004, we had tsunami. 70% of victims during tsunami, they were women. So, why 70% were women? Because women are trapped inside the houses. During a disaster, they are not able to escape easily. Right? Again, the root cause is patriarchy, gender bias, gender divide. So, when there is a disaster, again, women is getting largely affected. And also, during the time of such crisis, the role, the household, see, already women, they take a huge expressive burden performed in the household level, right? The regular household work, right? That is already, it is having more burden on women. But during the crisis situation, when there is a climate change, when there is a flood situation, when there is a drought situation, the burden on women will further increase. When there is a drought situation, availability of water will be compromised. You have to travel a longer distance to bring drinking water. Everything is going to add more burden on the women. And also, this climate change is going to increase the poverty. It is going to affect the job availability. It is going to result in climate refugees. Migration is going to happen. So, World Bank in an estimate says that 1% increase in the unemployment level among the men, that is resulting in 0.5% increase in the physical abuse faced by women. So, because of climate change, opportunities are going to get compromised, right? Then that is going to result in job loss, that is going to result in poverty one side. Another side, estimates I am saying, when 1% increase in the unemployment level among the men, that is going to increase the physical abuse against women by at least 0.5%. So, gender-based violence is going to increase because of climate change. So, what to do? How to address this problem? What is the solution? Number one, what is the problem? Differential access to resources, right? So, ensure women is getting sufficient access to key resources like land, technology, climate adaptation techniques. right? So ensuring key resources to women, ensure that a sufficient skill is given to women, education, skill development, technological upgradation, technological inclusiveness among women, that is very, very important. Improve the awareness among not just women, among men as well, right? Regarding the impact of climate change on the society in general, particularly in women, men should also understand what is the impact it is going to cause. So creating awareness. And more importantly, we have to integrate climate change based governance, climate governance and gender equality in every sphere, in every sector. Let's take clue from Bhutan. So Bhutan, they have integrated climate governance and gender equality in every ministry in their government. See, climate change cannot be pinned to a particular ministry. Climate change affects every sector. And climate change has a differential impact on women, as we discussed so far. So in Bhutan, every ministry, there's a focal point on this area where they are integrating climate change, climate governance and gender equality. A similar model can be replicated in other parts of the world as well. See, climate change is real. Every country is taking serious efforts to combat climate change, including India. All our efforts to combat climate change has to be improved, no doubt, but whatever effort we have taken, that is yielding some result. We have to increase the efforts, no doubt. But if gender equality is not integrated in this climate governance, then whatever result we yield, whatever positive impact which we receive, that will not be sustainable. So if you want to have a sustainable solution, integrating climate governance and gender equality is the need of the hour. Right, friends, I hope you got some clarity on the topic which we discussed. Now, based on our discussion, I will give you a question. Analyze the factors contributing to women's disproportionate vulnerability to climate change. This will be a 10-marker question, so you plan your answer for 150 words. Right, friends, I will see you tomorrow with another set of interesting topic. Till then, bye. Take care.